In this Helldivers 2 video, we're going to be reacting to this Into the Unjust deep dive. It's a video that Helldivers 2 just released on their official YouTube channel. It's outlining a future update, if not what's coming out right now. Cannot wait to see what's going on. I don't know what entails in this particular update, but I'm super excited. We're going to react to it and get my thoughts afterwards. Let's do it. All right, see what's going on here. Dude, is that a freaking Terminid mega city? Or... dude, it's a dragon!
When Into the Unjust launches, Super Earth's maximum security cities have come under an unprovoked attack by the Terminids. A seemingly coordinated attack. This act of terror cannot stand. Now, Helldivers will, for the first time, take the battle to our enemy's home.
This is what I've been wanting for so long.
Into the Terminids' home world.
Man, I've been wanting this for so long.
To uncover their mysteries, deal with the bug threat once and for all, and establish themselves as the rightful masters of this galaxy.
All right.
The bug hive worlds are planets that have been completely terraformed by the Terminids over a long period of time.
This is going to be insane. I'm sorry to pause, but literally, a hive world for the bugs is insane. I've been asking for this for a freaking very long time. It was one of my biggest wishes, like almost a year ago. Hive lords, and also going into some sort of bug mega city or something like that, like some sort of home world. Exactly what I've been wanting. So anyway, wanted to say my excitement.
When Helldivers go to the bug hive worlds, they will find that they have huge,
we're gonna be able to go underground.
Cave networks spread across the planet, like a disgusting disease. Helldivers go into the caves to gather intel on the bug mutations and to uncover the secrets of the glue.
This is going to be so freaking good.
We wanted to really turn the game on its head and see what happens when we put 4 Helldivers underground.
In the claustrophobic and horrifying cave systems, some new tactics can be needed.
You have to really plan before you go in to get all of your weaponry, because there's no help from your super destroyer once you're in the caves.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
You'll have...
yeah, so we're not going to be able to use our super destroyers. That's very interesting mechanic. So that means we have to get everything before we go in. I wonder if we could bring vehicles in there, like the FRV or the mechs or anything like that. That's actually something I'm curious about.
To look for areas that have no roof to call down ammo.
Some sections of the cave can also be darker than others. So it might be a good idea if one squad member uses their flashlights, while the other squad members use their more powerful support weapons.
I like this. Getting Dead Space vibes from this. This looks good. Subterranean operations.
So we have 2 brand new Hive World exclusive missions.
Nice.
We have the Hive Lung, which is what the bugs are using to produce the fog that you see in the gloom. You have to go deep down past all its tendrils,
so it's going to be in the gloom,
and enemies that are protecting it. Bring your backpack hellbomb or just a lot of big weaponry and destroy it. The other big mission is the mobile oil rig.
Oh, look at that.
Big, slow, clunky oil drill that you will drive around on the surface.
Dude,
of
we
the
can
hive
drive
world
that?
to drill for the oil that Super Earth is basically farming from the hive worlds. And you can defend this with a big cannon on it, which will be very useful in case some enemies might want to come up and destroy it.
It's cool, man.
With new subterranean environments, we of course have to have subterranean species. We have new enemies that burrow into the ground and erupt beneath the player's feet. So the warrior will be your run-of-the-mill mole enemy that will just charge towards you from underground.
Nice. So underground units.
If you're facing a bile spewer, it will look for blind spots and pop up from the ground, throw out a few projectiles, and then pop down into the ground again and find another spot to attack you from.
That is
the
so
charger will do its charge, but now there's a big
look at that,
moving towards
wow
you rather than the behemoth
dude
itself.
That's gonna be so crazy.
There's always this small game of whack-a-mole, we have to play with some additional subterranean bugs that will jump out of the ground at any given moment. The dragon roach is like a big flying bile titan. If you
Flying
wind up
bile
fighting
titan.
it, you end up having to deal with its acidic fire breath. It will keep attacking
Jesus.
you until you put enough pressure to get it to back off, or you manage to shoot off its wings and take it down.
Wow, that is
You
so
know
cool.
that you will be fighting these subterranean enemies when you feel the rumbling. But if the rumble is slightly bigger, please ignore that. I'm sure it's fine.
Hive Lords! Hive Lords! Yes, that's got to be Hive Lords, dude.
With the launch of Into the Unjust and the exciting release on Xbox, we now also have 2 new warbonds. One of which is the ODST crossover warbond, which is our
know about
first
that one.
legendary warbond.
When it became clear that we were going to do an Xbox version of the game, we asked ourselves, okay, so what would fit in? And
Obviously
ODST came
Halo.
to mind immediately.
Yeah.
We wanted to make the perfect Halo collaboration, so every detail that you would expect to be there should be there.
Yeah, it's
All
going
the
to be
weapons
good.
have a very iconic look. It's something that everyone would recognize if you're a Halo fan.
We got extremely close to the original ODST content.
Some small changes
I'm going to be reviewing that shortly after this. I'm going to go in, unlock everything, and do a review video. So just be on the lookout for that from the channel. Anyway, interrupting.
just had to be made to maintain believability, where the ejection port is, like tiny things like that.
We're fans of Halo ourselves, so we wouldn't want it any other way than to be absolutely perfect.
Pay close attention to the models. We might have snuck in some things.
In the end, we managed to deliver exactly what we wanted to deliver, and that's very rare in game development.
So Dust Devils is our newest warbond that we worked in collaboration
Dust-
with our
oh, here we
partners
go.
at Wushu. The Dust Devils are Helldivers that are trained and experienced in fighting in extreme conditions, and they are very useful now that we're going to go deeper into the gloom and fight on these desert planets that are infested by a lot of dangerous bugs.
Very nice.
So in this warbond we have 3 new stratagems, 1 primary, and 1 throwable.
Wow.
First off, we
Okay.
have a new assault rifle, but there is a small
an
twist on
AK.
this assault rifle. It's the first assault rifle with incendiary rounds.
Incendiary
We have the
rounds.
expendable napalm, which sort of is the airburst rocket without the proximity trigger.
Oh,
Then we have
wow.
the spear gun, which is a single fire projectile with a gas harpoon. So when you hit the enemy, it will explode into a gas cloud. It's a sort of utility versatile tool. Finally,
Dude,
but
that's a
not least, we have the solo silo, which is a missile silo contained in a hell pod and a laser designator, and you can paint whatever target you want, and the missile will go to that target and just make a big boom, which makes it possible to attack enemies from a very large distance.
Very nice. I like that a lot. That's so
As the
cool.
story for Into the Unjust develops, players need to venture into new parts of the galaxy where they will encounter many new kinds of threats. We have many things in store that we are very excited about.
Adjust yourselves, because it's time to bring some justice into the unjust.
September 2nd. Okay, so we got some time. So, all right, we're going to go back through and scrub through some of this because there was a lot of material in there. So we're going to start back at the beginning. So we're going into a new Hive Mega City or Hive City, which is going to be really cool. Basically, the bug homeworld. Very interesting. Tons of underground areas. I'm going to try and pause here wherever I can. We have tons of underground areas. We're not going to be able to bring in stratagems after we're going to be able to bring in stratagems and things of that nature that we've called in before we go into the underground, which is going to be very interesting. All right, so with this, we're going to get some different objectives apparently as well. Let's go back to this. Some different things that we need to blow up. So these are the things that are creating the gloom clouds, which is very interesting. So these underground tentacle looking things. So we're going to have to go in and blow these up with, I assume we can use just regular AT and things of that nature. We'll find out, but I'm really excited. This I'm super freaking interested in right here. This little oil rig looking thing that we can drive around. And that's the best part. We can drive this thing, which is cool. I'm wondering if all 4 of us, if we're running a full squad, can get into this. I'm very excited to try this out. We're also going to get some bugs that burrow under the ground, which is crazy. There's going to be chargers. There's going to be warrior variants, things of that nature. Like, this is going to be crazy, man. Like, you can see some of this in action right here. Like, look at these guys. They're going to be crawling out of the ground and all those various things like that. I am very excited for this like part because I always love like the different variants of bugs and things like that that they create and everything, because this looks insane. Like they're burrowing under the ground and like shooting little bombs at us and stuff like that. Like how cool is that, dude? So we can see right here that the Charger is very similar to the Impaler. It has that curvature on the front of it to burrow, but instead of burying its head, it buries its whole body, which is going to be very, very interesting. And then obviously we got the freaking flying Bile Titans. Like what the hell is this? I mean, dude, this is going to be insane going against these guys, dude. They're like, it reminds me so much of Doom the Dark Ages and games like that are very medieval. Like this whole area just looks very medieval with its approach, and such a beautiful game design, man. It's just absolutely crazy. Yeah, like these things just look like they're gonna be nuts. Then we got the Warbonds. Obviously, we got the Halo Warbond that's coming out today. It should be out right now as you're watching this video, so I'm gonna be reviewing that very soon. I'm gonna unlock everything and review that so that way you have my full thoughts on it. Make sure you like to subscribe to catch that content. We also have another new Warbond coming out on September 2nd called Dusk Devils. It's gonna be very interesting because we're gonna be able to use all these different things. They have some really unique items in here. We have the Incendiary AK, which is going to be very interesting. I love incendiary weapons. I'm very curious to see how this thing is gonna play out when we get into the game, whether it's gonna medium penetration or what, but it looks like it hits like a truck, dude. So we're gonna see what that's like. We also have an incendiary version of the Airburst, which looks ridiculous to set things on fire and whatnot. So more fire stuff, always down for that. And we have this thing right here. So this is a harpoon gun, and apparently it has a gas mode. Let's listen to this part again because I want to see what this thing has, because it has multiple things going on here.
A gas harpoon. So when you hit the enemy, it will explode into a gas cloud.
So it's a gas.
Sort of,
So this is a gas harpoon launcher. That is extremely unique. That I like that a lot. It seems like it's a little clunky to use, but in terms of just cool factor, it is one of the coolest weapons I've seen in the game to this date. Very cool. And then we're gonna have this thing that we can place on the ground and call in, and we can launch a mini. It looks like a mini nuke type thing, kind of like it's like a big version of the mortar type thing. So you send off like a mini nuke to be able to go off, destroy Bile Titans and things like that. So that's going to be quite cool. Can't wait to try all this stuff out. It's going to be very cool. I'm curious what the armor pass is going to be. We also had mention of in here, and I almost forgot about it. We also had mention right here of it looks like we're going to get our first boss, Hive Lords. Like this has to be Hive Lords. Like they said, ignore the big rumbling and whatnot. I'm guaranteeing that this is going to be Hive Lords. This is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to try this, because if we get a boss introduced with this update as well, very, very cool. All right, well, that's all my thoughts on this Into the Unjust update coming out on September 2nd. Let me know what you guys think about this update down in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe for more content similar to this. But anyways, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.